This is the look that I came up with using the Makeup Geek Pigment Insomnia. So I'm going to be using a mix of high-end and drugstore products. The first is apply an eye primer. I'm going to be using a drugstore eye primer. This is from Milani, and this is really comparable to the Too Faced Shadow Insurance eye primer. I'm going to grab my Jordanna 12 Hour to Last liquid eyeliner, and this is in the shade Jade Jewel. Take this underneath the lash line, and I'm not going into the inner corner just because I personally have close set eyes, and that means my eyes are really close together, so the more darkness in the inner corner is gonna bring attention to how close my eyes are actually. So I want to keep that area subtly light, and I'm gonna take this and start applying it to the mobile lid and not into the crease. And it doesn't have to be a perfect application because we're gonna be smudging it out. And I'm just using a Royal Care Cosmetics synthetic flat brush. You could use whatever brush as long as it's synthetic. Next, I'm just going to take care of the inner water line. I'm going to be using the Rimmel London Scandal Eyes in the color Nude, and this is going to help make my eyes appear bigger. You can use a white. Next, I'm going to grab for my Urban Decay Naked 1 palette. And I'm just going to be using the matte brown shades and a Sigma diffused crease brush. And I'm going to be using the shades Naked and Buck. You don't need this palette exactly to get this look. You could use any matte warm brown eyeshadow, really, and just pop it in your crease. And I'm using windshield wiper motions and then going over it in circular motions and just mixing the two eyeshadows together to warm up the crease. Next, I'm going to be taking my Revealed 2 palette, and I'm also going to be using the dark matte brown. This is more of a cooler, still warm, kind of neutral, deeper brown, and I'm just gonna use this towards the outer V of my crease and bring it in, but still concentrate the color on the outer portion of the crease, if that makes any sense. Next, I'm gonna be taking the Makeup Geek Pigment in Insomnia. It does not have a sifter, so it is very messy, so be very careful. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. flat eyeshadow brush and the lid to get the product that's in there, and I'm going to tap off the excess. If you don't tap off the excess, it will be very messy, and I highly suggest that you do your eyeshadow before your foundation or concealer, otherwise you're going to have a lot of fallout. It's just the nature of the beast. And I'm concentrating this on the mobile lid, and I'm going to go underneath. Next, I'm going to be using the MAC 228, which is a very small, flat, detailed eyeshadow brush. If you have the e.l.f. concealer brush, that'll also work. I'm going back into the Revealed 2 palette from Costal Scents, and I'm going to be applying this light, bright shimmer pale yellow to the inner corner of the eye, and then I'm going to take it up a little bit. Sigma Highlight Diffuser, the E71, and with no product, I'm just going to slightly blend that into the crease just to make sure that it's not so harsh. I'm going to be using my Anastisia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. And honestly, I'm just going to be grabbing the shade Banana, which is a matte yellow. I like to use this as my brow bone color and highlight color. It just is really nice for warm undertones. If you have a cool undertone or you are deeper than me, I would just personally switch up the brow shade. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Eye Studio Line Stiletto Liquid Eyeliner in Blackest Black. Do a very close, thin line to the lash line just to kind of bring a little bit more darkness to my lash line and help define that area a little bit. Alright, so I went ahead and curled my lashes and put on my two Rimmel Lash Acceloator on the bottom and the Benifits Erase Paste on the top. I obviously still have dark circles and this is a very dark look, so it's going to emphasize some of that darkness that I naturally have around my eyes. So I'm just going to be using the Benefits Erase Paste in the shade Medium 2. So I'm going to go ahead over this concealer with a different concealer, and this one is the Nars Creamy Concealer in the shade, this is Medium 1 Custard. I'm going to go in with my foundation. Today I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Skin Stick Foundation in the shade Natural Tan 4.25. This is definitely a foundation that's more for normal skin. I don't particularly like to apply a primer with this foundation, and I'm using the Makeup Geek stippling brush to blend it out. It doesn't look like skin. Like when I apply it without a primer, it looks like skin, but once I apply it with a primer, it becomes a lot more heavier and less natural looking. I'm going to be using a Royal Care Cosmetics fluffy brush, and I'm going to be using my Anastisia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'm going to go back into the shade Banana. And I'm just going to set those areas that we highlighted with concealer before and just make sure that they are set. Using the BH Cosmetics Pro Matte Powder and the shade 230 and a BH Cosmetics powder brush. My Ulta sculpting brush and my Anastisia Beverly Hills kit. Next, I'm going to be doing the shimmer highlighting portion. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Golden Bronzer and the BH Cosmetics fan brush. I'm going to be mixing the champagne color and the gold color on this side together. Next, I'm going to take the Dream Mousse Blush in the shade 40. I haven't really used this in a really long time, so I thought I'd give it a go. Okay, I'm going to set that with the Makeup Geek Spell Bound and the Royal Care Cosmetics Angled Blush Brush. Okay, so I'm going to be taking the shade Revlon Rosy Nude 065. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a great day. Bye!